Well, now in this segment on the tapes, we're going to be showing you some really good combination techniques using for tournaments. It will help you a lot to see how you can combine the techniques, putting up everything that you have learned from your school, from my tapes, or for seminars that you have been on. I want you guys to pay attention to the details, to go slowly, and to see how can you guys adapt the techniques you'll be learning on your game plan. And I want you guys to very slowly practice with your partner until you guys get the motion down. The techniques that we're going to be teaching is used a lot for the fighters in Brazil and the tournaments because they are very basic and very effective techniques. Well, we're going to start now. Well, this next technique we're going to be learning is going to be escape from the guillotine. What is the guillotine? It's when usually somebody gets you in a reversal choke upside down. What I mean is like this. This choke, and try to put pressure up and make you tap right there. I want to show you guys an easy way to escape out of this technique. First thing, when you guys get this position right here, I want you guys to first thing, this hand comes right where the wrist level is, where his wrist level, and try to create a gap and bring your head inside towards him, just like I'm doing so, to avoid, to take off some pressure you might have in your neck. Okay? Well, as soon as I do that, I want to bring my other leg and hold it. Why am I going to do that for? Because since he has to be leverage up to be able to make me fat, I'm going to try to stop that from happening by holding and grabbing the back of his heel or his t-shirt or whatever. I'm going to avoid when he tries to do it, it's going to be hard for him to try to do it. See? It's going to be, I'm going to break his leverage. Now, the next thing we're going to try to do, every time he tries to go up, I just want to bring my body with him. Go ahead, with me. See, he's going to get tired and eventually let me go. I mean, let me go in the way, sooner or later, my weight is going to be so much that he's going to get tired and I'm going to put my feet back on the ground. Now, when that happens, I want you guys to bring the other hand between his legs, like I'm doing so right here, and try to lift him up with your legs. What I mean is like this. Instead of using your back, you do it here, up. Bend your knees, and try to lift him up. Put him back on the ground. Let's watch again. Here, hand on the wrist, turn your chin inside, hold him. If he tries to put pressure, follow him. As soon as you get tired, put your feet back on the ground, bring the hand inside, bend your knees, lift him up, put him back on the ground. From here, you can go back to the same position we were before, holding the guy. We can try to put the knee and so on. what I just showed you, I'm going to explain, is the difference against a tackling. When somebody try to grab your legs and take you down, the bayana. I want you guys to check how I sprawl, putting my arms inside and trying to go to his back. Again, he goes slowly, a sprawl. Now, once my base is solid, I got it, I'm going to go to his back. See? At the same time, see how I showed you guys before? This hand is going to feed the other one, and I'm going to try to go to the other side. From here, I just come up. This is another way you can protect from that technique. I'm going to take my partner, I'm going to sweep him down. It's going to look like he's taking me actually down, but I'm going to use the movement to go on top and do and apply a cervical move. It looks like this. Sprawl. Kick. Well, the next technique we're going to be working on is going to be a very, very common position. It happens a lot in tournaments and also in street fights. I want you guys to pay attention the way I protect my neck. I prevent for him to apply the pressure. It's going to be when he applies a guillotine on the ground. The escape is very, very similar. The only thing that changes is you're on the ground and you have to use a little bit of your balance. You're going to be pulling in the air a little bit. But it's very, very simple. It's very, very common when I try to clinch, I try to take my opponent to the ground, and the way my opponent hugs my neck, gives me a guillotine, and he pulls and closes the guard. That's very, very common. So let's say very slowly for you guys to look at it. Now, let's say I go to the clinch,
my opponents gets that chance. It was my mistake. I should have kept my arm together with my head. But it's too late. So what happens? My opponent just pulls and pushes me under his guard. Go ahead. I want you guys to notice, I want you guys to be calm in this position right here. First thing is going to be, I'm going to try to keep my hand on his wrist. Already? Now, the other hand is going to hold him like I'm doing so. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to raise my leg. I'm going to stick my legs like I'm doing so. Try to put my shoulder on his face. See like I'm doing? See? Okay. Now, as soon as I do this, it's going to be harder for him to choke me. I let this hand go and start working on his knee. Start pushing down until I get a space. Now from here, I can easily pull over. Again. It's like so. From here, I want you guys to up. Let it go and hug his arm. Start walking to the side.
The next technique we're going to be working on is going to be a knee lock. I want you guys to know that Jitsu are different from Judo. We have a lot of leg locks, ankle locks, so you guys need to be very familiar. Even though in Brazil they believe that's a cheap shot, because it's really easy to try to apply it to somebody, and it means you want to try to hurt your opponent because they're very delicate parts. So in Brazil, they're cheap shot, but since they're allowed technique, and you can apply them. So it's good for you to get familiar with the ankle locks, knee locks. First thing we're going to do is going to start from the feeding elbow we did before, earlier on the tape. We're going to feed him in the elbow. Going to come under again, break loose, go inside the other side of the collar gi, just like I knew so. Again, break loose, go in. Now, I want you guys to place your leg like you guys going to do an Uchimata or a takedown. It's just to fake him, because usually when I try to do this, he's going to try to put a base. That's exactly what I want. I want the other leg. Again, I'm going to be here. Exactly, that's exactly what I want. As soon as he does that, it's going to be kind of we call it like a ninja move. So watch closely again how I do it. I place my leg behind his, and I'm going to let this one go, and I'm going to bring myself inside like I'm running inside inwards, and I'm going to back the back of this ankle like I'm doing so. So it's going to look like this. The only thing is I'm going to pull my head inside. I'm going to making a spin. I'm going to put my body in this position with him, giving my back trying to grab the ankle. So it's going to look like this. 1, watch again. The next technique we're going to show you is very easily applied, and a lot of people like judo players, usually they like to hold on to you. It's a very easy technique to practice, and it's very effective when you kind of modify and adapt it to your game plan. The technique is going to start is like a normal grab. Okay, now I'm going to place my foot from the side is in his collar, like I'm doing so. My hand is grabbing his collar, the same leg. I'm going to put him in his hips. You can also sometimes there's people put it on their knees. Now you're just going to kind of lay down, bring him on top of me. Never let go this arm. Okay, this is the arm I'm going to have to get. So I was going to keep a good grip on it.
Again, here. Now, as soon as I come down, I want you guys to notice how he keeps his arm. Judo players do this a lot. When you try to bring them with you, they stay with you. They're not smart and pull their arm. So I'm going to take advantage of that. As soon as I do this, I want you guys to bring your leg on top, let this arm go and hold it. His arm, it's like I'm doing so. Let it go, hold it. Now lock. So again. Now I'm going to show you guys an easy way and a very useful way for you guys to avoid to get thrown, usually for judo players. This way to avoid the technique is going to help you out when he tries to do any kind of techniques where he has to turn his back to you, like a ippon, uchimata, any kind of a technique where he's going to be giving his back to you. Now, I want you guys to notice how I'm going to do it. Let's say he goes with a ponchonage. First thing, when we get to this position right here, I want you guys to throw your hips forward to try to break out his balance or break out his leverage. Now, if let's say it's too late for you guys to do that, as soon as the judo player or anybody who applies this technique, this kind of a techniques to you, the other hand is going to come inside and try to grab the inside of his leg, like I'm doing so. Again, at the beginning, let's say he goes there, it's like I'm doing so up. So I throw my center of gravity lower to the ground to make it harder for him to throw me. At the same time, I put this hand inside. What I want to do now, I'm going to use my legs to create the leverage, to be able to pick him up. So if we're going to be here in this position right here, I'm going to you guys lift your hips forward and try to manage to be able to twist him around. So you're going to be grabbing this side of the collar. I want you guys to use that to twist him. You see this motion I'm going to be doing? So he's going to be twist. So again, he goes in, watch. See, sometimes make it the arm, go for an arm lock. But let's go back to the technique of avoiding getting thrown. Watch again. Now,
Now, the next technique we're going to be working is going to be also a defense at the same time an offense. I'm going to show you guys how to protect a very common position when somebody tries to hold your head and try to throw you. So let's go back again. This position right here, very common position. One of the things I told you before was trying to put your hips forward. But in this case, it's going to happen when it's too late and there is no time for you to try to prevent it. So what I wanted to do, I want you guys to follow up the move. Instead of being in here, I want you guys to follow him and flip him. How I'm going to do that? I'm going to bring this leg inside. From here, she's going to come inside. In the same motion when he's trying to throw you. This way, you kind of are going to follow him. Let it go and try to bring your leg. You got to practice a lot of this move to have the timing, the right timing, to do it in the right moment. I go with him. Mount. And choke. Next thing we're going to be working on is going to be an attack and a defense. When you apply a tomonagi, the right way to do it, and then when somebody tries to apply it to you, the tomonagi is that technique. You know, a lot of people put your foot in your hips and try to flip you back. I'm going to show you how to do it, what to do afterwards, and then I'm going to show you how to protect, how to defend against somebody when somebody tries to do it. So the technique is going to be, the grabbing is going to be the same. There's two ways you guys can do it. You guys can do it kind of a sideways or straight back. Right now I'm going to show you the straight back. First thing I'm going to try to do, I'm going to put my foot, place my foot on his hips like we did before. But at the same time you guys doing that, you guys are going to be falling down. So though you don't want to do it here and then fall down. You're going to do both movements simultaneously. What I mean is like this. Again, you see the movement I did, I make myself roll. If I'm here and I try to throw myself, it's going to be first too late and he can counter strike it, and second of all, I'm going to be like a flat on my back. I want to be my back rolling, so the motion is going to have to be simultaneously up. You see? Now your hands play a very important part on this throw, because you guys can steer wheel your opponent. Just like that, you can go stand, whether you're right, you're left, it doesn't matter. The grip is going to be loose. I don't want you guys to be tight. Hold it, it's loose. Okay? That way your opponent won't offer any resistance. Again. You guys notice that I don't just throw him, I follow the move. I want to go on top, I want to get it right, as long as I'm going to throw him. I'm going to get a ride along with him. Again. In the neck position. One more time. One thing you guys need to pay attention is where I place my foot. The right place where you should place your foot is by the hip level, right here. Not right on the stomach, because you have he can, by turning his body, he can really easily get out. So if you guys hold into this arm, and this is the leg, it's going to go on the hip. It's supposed to be right by the hip level where this center of gravity is. The center of gravity is here. I want you guys to go just place it a little bit to the side, because I'm controlling this side. Actually, the leg is going to be controlling the other side. Remember what I told you earlier? You guys can use your hands and the steering wheel. Well, the foot is going to be also a part of that. If I go here, I can twist it in the direction that I want. So you guys need to work on, where you guys place your foot at. Again. Now, I want to show you the defense, how to protect yourself when that kind of a mood happens to you. First thing, you guys need to worry about your center of gravity. Remember, the closer your center of gravity is to the ground, the better base you're going to have. So let's, beginning from that principle that I just told you, we're going to work on the defense on that move. Let's say my partner try to do it. Go ahead. If I stay high, like I'm doing so, it's going to be very easy for him to apply that move on me. So again, as soon as he tries, you know he's going to do that. I want you guys to try to sit down. It's like I'm doing right here. See, I'm trying to bring my center of gravity closest to the ground. So watch again. Only thing you guys need to worry about is him trying to apply an arm lock from here. That's the only thing you need to. But it's very hard because his foot, his leg is between us. It's creating a space. So it's going to be hard for him to try to apply an arm lock because the space that we have between each other is too big. So remember, try to keep your gravity low. As soon as you get to this position, there's a lot of things you can do, especially like trying to pass his guard. Okay, a lot of things you can do. Remember also, the guy in the bottom is going to start playing an open guard with you guys. So again, I'm going to show you another way where also you can do it. How to protect it. Again, he goes down. I want you guys, when you guys here, I want you guys to stick your body straight back. Okay? It's all the same principle. And then just start to bring my hips closer to the ground. You see? I'm just doing that. It's very hard for him to try to do that. It's like a kind of in wrestling, we do a sprawling.
sit down or sprawling.
Well, this will conclude the combination techniques. I hope you guys like them, pay attention to the details, and I hope they bring you the winning edge on the tournament. I hope they open your mind on the way how to combine one technique or another and see the multiple choices you can have anytime you fight. Thank you and good luck.